Alcatraz. The name alone makes my skin crawl. It's a place shrouded in mystery and fear, a fortress of despair. It's not just known for housing America's most dangerous criminals, but for being haunted. The very walls seemed to whisper tales of agony and sorrow. It wasn't just the cold, relentless fog of San Francisco Bay that made Alcatraz terrifying. It was the horrors inside the prison, the screams that echoed through the night, the shadows that seemed to move on their own. In 1962, 3 men, Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers, John and Clarence, made a plan so daring it seemed impossible. They were determined to escape the inescapable. They even crafted lifelike dummies to cover their absence while they made their escape. These dummies were so realistic. They fooled the guards for hours. But the real terror came when they took to the waters of the bay, swimming through cold, brutal currents, the fog pressing down on them like a death sentence. The icy waters were unforgiving, and the darkness seemed to swallow them whole. But the real terror of Alcatraz wasn't in the escape. It was in the isolation, the crushing loneliness that gnawed at the inmates' sanity. Inmates who acted up were sent to solitary confinement, left alone in tiny concrete boxes with no light, no sound, just silence that could drive a man mad. The darkness was so complete, it felt like a physical presence pressing down on them. But the scariest part, some claim they're still there, trapped in those cells, their souls forever bound to the darkness of Alcatraz. The echoes of their suffering still linger in the air. Then there's San Quentin, a prison known for its brutal violence and where a man named Leon Red Kendall met his horrifying fate. The walls of San Quentin have seen more blood than most battlefields. Now, Red had a reputation for being dangerous. He was no stranger to violence. He'd committed multiple murders and was sitting on death row. His eyes held a darkness that few could understand. In those last moments, Kendall was manipulated by other inmates, threatened, tortured, pushed to the edge. The prison's atmosphere was thick with tension and fear. He was stabbed repeatedly. The brutality of his death was a testament to the savagery that lurked within those walls. And as Red took his final breath, I can't help but wonder, was he alone? Or was someone else still with him, watching, waiting? The shadows seemed to hold secrets that would never be revealed. Now I'm going to tell you about the bloodiest, most savage riot in American prison history. The New Mexico State Penitentiary riot of 1980. A riot so violent it left scars that would never heal. For 36 hours, it was a war zone. Inmates tortured and mutilated guards, slashing throats, setting fires, burning bodies alive. The prison was transformed into a hellscape of unimaginable horror. The guards, they were terrified. But the inmates, they were no longer men. They were monsters. The line between humanity and savagery had been obliterated. And here's the worst part. No one ever really found out what triggered the violence. The true cause of the riot remains a mystery, lost to the chaos and bloodshed. I'm telling you these stories because you need to understand there's more to these places than just cold concrete and steel. They are haunted by the memories of those who suffered within their walls. Because sometimes the true horror isn't the prisoners themselves. It's the darkness that follows them, the shadows that cling to their souls, refusing to let go. Thanks for watching. And remember, you may escape a prison, but a prison will never truly escape you. Follow us. Midnight Tapes for more chilling stories. The darkness is always watching, always waiting.